Let's take you to the story now. Following the tragic death of 14 learners in the Vaal last month after their scholar transport crashed into a truck, the Gauteng Department of Roads and Transport has launched a blitz campaign to tighten safety and compliance in the sector. This is part of their intensified efforts. Now, Gauteng MEC for Roads, Transport, Kedibone Diale-Tlabela is hosting a Provincial Scholar Transport Stakeholder Engagement meeting. This is happening at the Johannesburg City Hall. We're live there for you now.
Security, please fast track. Brasipo, you will alert us to say. Maybe as they come in, we must decide how are we going to spend this day. We came prepared with information on what is it to be a scholar transport operator. So we want to present to you different aspects that affect your operations. Some of you did not know that there's legislative framework that governs you, that you must be compliant with. So we thought this should be that information sharing session where you also ask us questions where you don't understand, but where you also are able to say, this is who we are and this is where we are. And then we speak about how then do we move together forward. I think I've been meeting with two associations that says they are provincial leaders. I want to acknowledge them if they are here. I didn't see them in the briefing room. It's called Gauteng Education Transport Service Providers, GETS. I don't know who knows it. Do you know it? Do we have people that are affiliated to GETS here? Thank you very much. Then we have Greater Gauteng Learner Transport Operators who were not recognized before because the provincial government said we have organized you into one, we are recognizing only GETS. And they knocked on my office door to say, MEC, we are also an association, we've got members, we want to be recognized. And as the MEC responsible and the Executive Authority of Roads and Transport currently, I said you are welcome. Do we have those of you who are associated or affiliated with GGLTO? Thank you very much. Then when I'm on the ground, I get to meet people who say, we don't want to belong to the two, we are self-determining, but they have not approached properly to say, who are they? Are those people here who say, Runa, we are not part of GGLTO, we are not part of GETS, we are self-determining. Are you here? Correct. Now, this is who we are. Then in townships, so Mama Lobeng, we learned Hordes so electo. I don't know where is it affiliated with GETS or with GGLTO. But what we learned in different townships, in different municipalities, there's associations. I can see you with different t-shirts here that have organized themselves because they operate in the same area, but they don't belong to GETS, they don't belong to GGLTO, they belong to themselves. Now the question will come, who do you recognize? I recognize a mother, a father that is an operator. I recognize an individual that says, nah, I want to be a scholar transport operator, and then I say to him or her, please fill this form and submit this documentation, that's the person I recognize first. So you must belong to the association for the MEC and the Department of Roads and Transport to recognize you. So please be free in this meeting that you can participate as an individual, not as an association. And then there's associations as recognized. Why do you recognize association when you say we can be individuals? So there's people who prefer to be organized. Agir. Those associations, the department accredits them. And there's requirements for the association to be recognized. So then there has been a process to regularize scholar transport operation in our province. So my take is, today here, I'm talking to private scholar transport operators, not the ones who are contracted with MEC Matome Chilwan, who are subsidized by government to provide that service. So today we called all of you who are not part of that so that you are also compliant, because it's a tender, they must make sure that they are compliant. But then you are different because some of you are alone there on the ground and you have never been engaged by anyone on what are the do's and don'ts. So that is the purpose of this meeting. Now the team did not plan for more than 1,000, and we are now more than that. There's even overflow. And I said to them, there will be an overflow because there's a lot of people who don't have information. Amongst you, there are people from Mpumalanga province who requested to come and attend to get the information on what is it that government wants from them as operators. Amongst you, there's people from as far as Western Cape. I take it you are the only province who took this thing serious to an extent that we said we must then have an engagement with you. There's people from Limpopo who requested to come and attend this session to get the information. And I must say, we will improve on ensuring that also our colleagues in other provinces, they are able, because Molauko one. So don't be surprised you see people asking us questions coming from other provinces. They have requested to attend because we explained that this is an information sharing session with our own Gauteng scholar transport operators. We have the whole day. We are here. We started yesterday in Tshwane as per request of councillors of Hammanskraal and the scholar transport operators in Hammanskraal, that they request we come to them to share and drill, make sure that they understand what we want as government. So we started yesterday. The hall was full also. And we had started last year. There's some of you that have been attending our workshops, and there's some of you who have not been attending. And I take it today you came because you see different law enforcers are enforcing the law. We started last year. We have forgiven you for undermining the workshops that were run last year. We are now here. And because you are mothers and fathers, you are grandparents yourselves, uncles and aunts. You want to do what is right by our children, but also what is right for society. So our primary objective here is the learner safety. Is our children safe in your hands as scholar transport operators? What are the things that you must do to ensure that safety? And what are the things we must do as government? So there's legislative framework, there's a team here that will take you through what is that law that governs you. The second thing is the do's and don'ts on licensing. So yours is a special licensing. Ha le tshwane le bontate ba di-taxi. You are providing a public service. And the truth about public transport operation is that it's not profitable. You can go anywhere in the world. You can't make profit when you have chosen to be in public transport operations. I've met with bus operators, they are crying profits. I've met the taxi industry, they are crying profits. And surely some of you here believe that you will make profit. It's not a profitable service. So I take you as community development workers, people who are passionate in raising that child in that village. Not as people who are motivated to have profits. It's like working for government. You can't be an MEC that wants to be rich and serve the people. You will not serve them. You are going to be corrupt. Because it's not about the salary we get. It's about whether we are providing the services that the people need so much and the services that we have promised the people. And what kind of that service? It must be quality service. You must be able to deliver it on time. So you must be reliable. And when you are motivated by profits, you can't do this work of developing our communities. And that's why you find people in trouble. And they'll go in and out of commissions because they have forgotten that they are here to serve the people. Same applies to yourselves. And yours, it's a most dangerous job because you are commuting our future, the little ones. So we are prepared to come and listen here. We know that you are not happy with law enforcement. Unfortunately, it must be done because it's us as South Africans that complains about the road. Because police are absent, but also because when it's not us, we want the police to police. When it's us, we say, give us another 90 days, we will comply. So what is the difference between yourselves and the taxi industry when some of you are part of communities to say, no, police must do and monitor this taxis. But also we are learning from the taxi model that there are things that our government has allowed to happen that must not happen. And we will not allow it to happen with yourselves because you are carrying beautiful lives in your hands. So we don't want guns. We also don't want a money relationship. Because money relationship has taught us that in that other industry that it can create conflict and bring guns. So we don't want that. And that's why our relationship with yourselves is very important. But also, I understanding what is the law by yourself is very critical, so that you do not have a bitter, sweet relationship with law enforcers. Because there are instances where you need them. When the taxi industry bullies you, you want to run to them. And then when they come and say, where are your papers? Then they become your enemy. That's why I call it a bittersweet relationship. So we are here, we are all yours, we want to assist. And we have started assisting. After engaging with GETS and GGLTO the whole of last year, some of you started applying. Only 1,530 something have applied since last year when we started this journey. And today you are more than that number. Maybe by show of hands, let's check who have applied. No, okay, I see one hand there, 2 hands there, 3. Just look around yourselves. It's a small number. So it means we have been, it means we have been operating illegally. Key point number 1. So MEC, how do you make sure, help us to operate legally? It's not all of you who raised your hands. Now, on that 1,500 and something, already 500 plus have operating licenses. Their vehicles have been rode with it. Mapurisa ha ba emis. Unless ba emisetsa gore ba overloadile bana. Then 1,009 are in the pipeline of being, are in the process of being issued with operating licenses. Some of them, we are still waiting for their municipalities to concur. Some of them, we struggle to get them because their contact details have changed. They've not submitted some of the documents we need. We want them to submit those documents. And then ever since we started this, how many people came to our offices to look for application form? 600 plus came in the past 2 weeks. How many has brought the forms back? Only 54 people have brought the forms back. Out of the 600 plus that took the forms. So we don't know what is the problem, because when you have a problem, you must still come back to us. Our job is to help you to be compliant. So we need to make sure that we do the right thing. Our toll labs are going to be opened to make sure that you come. I'm just demonstrating that yesterday we went to Hammanskraal because scholar transport operators of Hammanskraal organized themselves, asked the councillors to organize the MEC and her department to come on the ground. So we are doing this to make sure that there's no kids that die on the road. I have not healed, and I know many mothers who are here are still traumatized by the Vaal accident. If not all of us as mothers in this room today. That accident made our wombs to freeze. So we cannot play with our children's lives. And that's why you see, also we said to law enforcement, wake up, pull your socks and do your work. But then law enforcement is saying, we are awoke, we are doing our work, but there are challenges. That's why we want to help you. So why are we here? We are here to help you. Please come forward so that we help you. I hear there's 2,000 people outside wanting to come in. Like I told you, other provinces, when they saw the poster, they then had interest of coming to Gauteng to get the information. So I don't know how are we going to do this, because I think security also is saying it's a big risk. We didn't anticipate this big number, like I say, because we analyzed what happened last year. The whole year, only 1,005 people came. This year, for the whole of January, only 600 people came to our offices, took the forms, but the forms were borrowed by 54. So we thought there's no operators, but the operators are here today, and that's why we should have went to a stadium. But in the stadium, we'll not be able to converse. So there's a plea that we do 2 sessions. And we don't have a hall of this facility. 2,000 is 2 times what this hall can accommodate. So there's a huge interest. I'm going to request that we quickly deal with the issues, and then request, I hope that you all registered. Did we register? In the registrations, there's regional. I've been to Katlehong, Scholar Transport. I know they are organized there, even in Jamestown, where I do my constituency work. But there's a huge interest, Bahulu. And this is the reality on the ground. What we see in the offices is not the truth of what is on the ground. The reality on the ground is that you are many and you are not compliant. And my guess is today you want to make sure that you are compliant. So the team wants to suggest that we postpone. I don't believe in postponements. I get it. That's why I don't believe. We are not postponing, we are continuing. It's a first come, first serve. If it comes to a push that we do 3 sessions, we will do them. Now this is how we are going to do it. Mkutlele. We do 1 hour with yourselves who are inside here. You leave. Hey, relax, Baholo. Okay. Let's close the doors. Close the doors so that I finish. Close the doors so that I finish. Let's relax. Ramaruti, no, sit down. Wait, sit down. Go, so you are a leader, sit. Yes, sort it out outside. You are a leader, Mos. Arukeleng, Baholo. Arukeleng. This is how we don't solve issues. We are doing 1 hour with yourselves who are in here, and we are going to request police not to shoot, but to calm the crowd outside to say that they will come in after an hour. Is that fine? Is that okay, Bahulu? Do we agree? Let me go outside and calm the crowd, and we will continue. Let's wait, Abu Disipo. Tidimalang, we can't hear ourselves. Hi, Moran. Ntate Mutiswe. Please address the ones outside. I'll remain here. I'll go out. Oh, no one was shot. Take a listen report. A policeman shot himself accidentally. Hey. Are you more fast? Bontate. Kilemetse. La hopola go na le batho ba ba batlang le bona ba batlang information. So re kilemele le fetse. Tell the person next to you to come down so that we are able to finish. Tell the person next to you to come down so that we are able to finish and give those who are outside an opportunity. Unless you say, MEC, it's not working, let's stop. Khalemelanang batho ba bagolo nna ke monnyane go le khalemela gore le ska rasa roe ba dijimetse mathata ke ya Ramarutsi we ga ra tlela wena re koponne mo fatshe. So bagolo, this is how we are going to do. I'm going to request hands here to guide us on how are we moving forward. Where are the mics? Artomenga lunakam. Khale sokodisa monse mapodisa. Batho ba ba lemfa ba tletse information as a leader who is supposed to take it down. We're not here for him. Khariko dlala ka batho. Re tsaya matsogo mo a ballang go gore the mic, okay. The mic. How many hands this side? Colleagues, there's that. What is the discussion? The report. Bunda. Virile Morena Abulukes Chaba. Referi sedinto le matshwenyego. Borre nkutlwele. Ntatele police. Bontate ba South Africa. Sinjenjenje. Kale baka la lona. Okay. Bontate ba South Africa. Rale rata tlogelang go nga. Okay. Intshwarele. Nkinele matsogo metsing. There's number 1 there. Let's note. I'm taking 5 hands this side. Who else? Who's number 2? Number 2 can... I can't see, please help me. Yes, number 2. Number 2 there, number 3, number 4. Mayor Oetanso. Where's the 5th one? Yes, in that order. ML so that they see you. Please stand up, those who want to speak. Emelang, okay, there's the number. Abate mopili. I get a babu aga. Hore retwele yang re tomaka konele ras. Emapil. Jula mofaz. Tolerance. Jula mofaz rekota ka molona ska emisa not now. Aru tlolenza maiso bagolo. Batho ba bagolo. Aru tlolaneng. Kirile. To tell us, should we continue or should we go and do regional consultations or continue, do 1 hour with yourselves who are inside, you leave, we take another group, we do 1 hour with them, they leave, fella, and then the other one. So I want these people to talk about that. If you agree with them, you just clap hands and then you say, Pashash, Arsimul Lepap, Tomakawe. Skala ngawe baba.
MEC.
Can we please listen to him? He's one of those that have been listening and keeping quiet. Let's give him that respect. If you don't respect him, me, at least respect Papa.
MEC, let me greet you all operators. Under Scholar Transport that has established.
Papa.
I'm coming to you, MEC. I'm coming. What I'm saying, MEC.
Remember, we have an hour. That's what I was saying.
We are having this meeting. We came here very dedicated. And really, we want to gather information today. And I, for one, being Tlabela, not Peggy, I am proposing operators that let the MEC give us the information today so that we can be able to depart this venue, because really we left the commitments of our families to dedicate our commitment for today. Thank you.
Is there anyone amongst yourselves here who differ with that view? I differ. You are differing? Okay, Mama, come in.
Good day, everyone. I'm Nontlantla Shongwe. Yes, Ogala.
Oh, just do this. Don't howl here. Okay. I was Wagali, man. Yes, Ogala man.
Oh, okay. Sorry, apologies. Sanibonani basebenzi, ngicela ukukhuluma isiZulu. You'll pronounce for me.
Yeah, khuluma mama.
Basebenzi ninjani niyaphila? I hope so. Basebenzi mina bengizocela. We are one, including the ones that are outside. And sizela sibizwe uMEC esidinga. I suggest MEC ukuthi you arrange a bigger venue so that you can be able to accommodate us. Yabo.
Kunombono mithu. Umbono wokuqala uthi qala ngathi uqede ngathi siphume lapha within an hour. Umbono wesithu uthi MEC, we are one. Postpone and get us a bigger venue where we can all get the information. These are two proposals on the table. Can we agree that we are entertaining these two only? So once in a start because I was confused.
Good day, members. My name is Joseph Slema from Netco Northern Ekurhuleni. I don't think 1 hour is enough. We have so many issues that we need to discuss with you. So I propose that we get a second big venue so we can discuss this matter in details. Thank you.
Should we do regional sessions? Is it not better? So do you want us to continue sharing the information and go? Should we close? You want us to come and call all of you at once? It's a stadium. How are you going to ask questions in the stadium? Oh, Rema Church, okay. I'm told there's Church Standard Bank Arena, Rema Church, Tefontaine that can accommodate more than 5,000 people. It's big enough for all of us. Those who say do only one session, and let's not disadvantage those who are outside because we are one. And then we will reconvene and try hard, MEC, that it be next week Sunday. I see Sunday is a good day for all of you. Saturday. Okay, let me do this. Are there those who say do us today because we'll never have time? But today, are you here? Let me see by show of hands. So the agreement is postponed. take us to a big venue. Make sure also the premier is there, MEC. Make sure also the MEC of Education is there. Don't come alone. We're not money license. So make sure community safety is there, all of them, and everybody else. So can we agree that with the leaders of GATS and GGLTO, we will sit down and look at an accommodative venue? Mamela ngilisa homework. Nali leaders alone, GATS and GGLTO. Who says, can you add us? We are not part of those people. Just raise your hand silently. The team will come and take your contact details and ensure that you are included in that preparatory team meeting. Raise your hand silently, they will see you. Don't make noise. So we'll sit with GATS and GGLTO leadership. Mamela, are you giving me a right as the MEC of Roads and Transport here in Gauteng to sit with GATS and GGLTO leaders, sit down, plan properly for a provincial stakeholder engagement on this matter, and look for a bigger venue together? Okay, thank you very much. Here's your homework now, and we're going to hold you accountable. So each and every, different t-shirts here, each and every association, go and have a meeting. Sit amongst yourself. Association in Kerabo, Ekuruleni, Lunamon, Tate, Kedibone. Dikipa tseli di apere tse yellow le tse pink. Nane lap. So you go and sit down. Mamela, you go and sit down. Try to familiarize yourselves on the following: the National Land Transport Act and the National Road Traffic Act, and what do they say about scholar transport, so that we have a meaningful engagement. And then look at what is the requirements. We have a Facebook page. We also have a link of the forms. Familiarize yourselves with the forms. If you want to start filling those forms, start doing it. If you want to make submission, go to our toll labs. They will help you. They are there every day from 8 to 4. We are trying to say they must be there also on Saturday because Lona la bereka during the week. Again. So just go. Ask them questions on what are the do's and don'ts, so that when we meet, we are able to focus on what is the problem. Is it clear, Batubabadala? So linale homework of familiarizing ourselves on requirements, on what does the form want, how do I submit the form. Now, this is where you submit the form. In Tshwane, are there people from Tshwane here? Tshwane? Labana ko khona Lilian Goyi and Pretorius. Francis. What is Pretorius now? It's Pretorius. Okay. Pretorius and Van der Walt Kamaina Kudala, Kamaina Noki, Pretorius and Lilian Goyi, more ABSA building. That's your toll lab. Uzena Molo Ramascola transport operator, please help me. And then in Jimiston, you go to Jimiston toll lab. It's at where the council offices are. But the old court. Ekuruleni, do you know the toll lab? You are clear. Then Johannesburg, you come to 45 Commissioner. You are going to find us there. My office is also there. Then, Kedibone, you go to Commissioner. Kile agela smart toilet kwa Sebokeng. I can't say it's not toilet. I'm building you a beautiful one there in Sebokeng. So you come into 45 Commissioner. West Rand, it's in Kagiso. Do you know it? Is West Rand here? West Rand Liteng? West Rand? You know the toll up? Kedibone Liteng? Kile na batho ba bantle mo. Kile ahela entle di phalang kaofela. So, Renalist continue of going to familiarize ourselves. For now, what do we do, MEC? Karma Purisash on our necks. What do we do? So these are the things you must go into. Kere le kwalo la sekolo re wena wa ba driver. E ba le di contract le batswadi. Gore wena o tsamaisa bana ba bona. If dilo tseo tse ithudi teng ka mo koloing while you are trying to come here, batswadi ba dumetse gore wena ke wena o tsamaisang bana ba bona, because the agreement is with the parents and the school. Not want. It's an unroadworthy vehicle taking our children to school. And what the MEC does not want, it's an unroadworthy vehicle taking children to school. Unroadworthy like tseba ke eng. What the MEC would not want, as she's giving you amnesty, Ottoman's container of paint in the vehicle. What the MEC would not want is a driver without a license and a PDP, while you are still sorting yourselves to be compliant operators. And then, in the meeting,
That is that stakeholder engagement session we are watching for you this hour from those developments out of Gauteng, where the Department of Roads and Transport has stepped up its efforts to improve scholar transport safety. This comes in the wake of last month's tragic crash in the Vaal, where 14 learners lost their lives after their scholar transport vehicle collided with a truck. As you heard there are many suggestions towards how this particular engagement session will be moving forward. You heard there the MEC engaging all parties in attendance, that she's now suggested that this particular engagement session be moved to a bigger venue, as there are now issues around the capacity of this venue that they are at this moment, because it seems like there is more appetite than what was thought to be initial. The numbers around this particular venue, where we're now told that they'll be now possibly be moving it to a different venue, but also with a bigger catalogue of officials, including the Gauteng Premier as well as the Education MEC. That sound is back. Let's continue listening in.
Driver is non-license. Nkompe batho ba bagolo. A ke re ho se he butla bua. O kiska bua ka amnesty. Kiska lefe ke tse sho gore le hitlisa now. So don't do that. told you the process now. So what are you going to do from tomorrow or from when you leave here? Is to go to the parents of the children you are driving. Sign a contract with them. That's number one. Those contracts must always be in your vehicle. The second one,
and as we grapple with sound quality there, we continue to keep our eye very close on this developing story this hour. And of course, this is the stakeholder engagement session that is currently unfolding now with the Gauteng Department of Roads and Transport, which has now decided to step up its efforts to improve scholar transport safety. And this comes in the wake of last month's tragic crash in the Vaal, where about 14 learners lost their lives after their scholar transport collided with a truck. As you heard there, in response, the department has launched a compliance and safety blitz, and today the Gauteng MEC for Roads and Transport, Kedibone Diale-Tlabela, is hosting that provincial scholar transport stakeholder engagement. This is happening at the Johannesburg City Hall. We heard there a bit of chaos at the start of this engagement session around the capacity of the venue and whether this venue was able to accommodate everyone that is in attendance, because we understand there was also a spillover of people there who are currently outside waiting to be brought inside the venue. So from what we can gather at this hour is that the MEC will be conducting this first session, and there's also that possibility that this particular stakeholder engagement session might be moved to another date and possibly another venue which will be able to accommodate all of those in attendance. And what we also heard from some of the conversations there is that those talks are also moving towards the MEC, also bringing a bigger catalogue of officials that would include the Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi, as well as the Education MEC, Matume Chilwane, so they're able to have all of those conversations with all of those scholar transport providers who are there in attendance. You can see there from where I'm sitting now, it looks like the room is now moving into song, as you can see some of those people that have gathered there. And as the meeting, you may be aware that this is a meeting that brings together these operators, it brings together regulators and community stakeholders, and this is to address some of the key challenges in the sector, including traffic law enforcement, including licensing backlogs, and the restructuring of services and the ongoing operational concerns that people have been talking about. And the department says the goal now is to move towards strengthening accountability, to move to improving reliability, and ultimately ensure the safety of learners around this, especially as they commute to and from school. Quite an important one there. Especially when we look at what has happened in that tragic scholar transport accident that happened in the Vaal that sent shockwaves across the country. So now conversations are moving towards finding out what next. How do we ensure our children are safe? Let's take you back there.
now it's your time to go do the homework. We will try to make sure that we get the venue next week Sunday. If it's churches that are big, we'll do a meeting on a Saturday. Is that fine? Is Saturday okay? Sunday, no. Thank you very much. See you on Sunday. Listen, wait. Because those who are outside want to know what is it that I discussed with you. Please move fast outside so that they are able to come inside. Thank you very much. We love you.
All right, we come out of that stakeholder engagement session. Greater takeouts for you this hour is that it has been moved to a later date. We'll find out what date that is, but from what I could gather is that the MEC said it's likely to be Saturday, and Saturday would be the 14th of February, and rest assured we will be keeping you abreast with those developments to come out of there.